Um, all right. Announcements. Amber's not here, so her game starts when Nine Lights Rise. Session 0 is this upcoming Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. It is high fantasy meets crystal magic tech meets steampunk in some areas. Um, really interested to see how that's going to go. I'm excited for my character. I know everybody else is excited for theirs.
All right, so you can find us here, and if you go over to our YouTube, if you scroll down on the page, you'll find our links to YouTube and TikTok. You can please follow those. Wow, I just can't talk right now. I'm sorry.
All good.
Being put on the spot, so you got it. You
Uh,
got it.
it's a day. Uh, you can scroll down on the Twitch page to find our links to YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. You can find a link to Booty's personal Twitch. He streams at least once or twice a week. You can find links to our TikTok, like I've said, and you'll find a bunch of different things that our buddy Donnie over here will be making, and they're great. You should watch them. And then you can find our replays and older videos over on YouTube, where we will also be doing shorts and, like I said, replays of all of our campaign videos. Yeah, so if you miss a session or something, you can get caught up. Um, am I forgetting something else?
Discord.
Discord. Yes, yes. Discord is also a thing. You can find that below as well. You can join us in our Discord. If you see us in Hangout, come in and hang out. And we're just here to have fun. So if you want to chime in with something, or if you just want to lurk, come on in.
Come on in. All right. Let's shift into a little recap. Does anybody want to volunteer, or would you like me to handle it?
I'm trying to
Two of
finish
you have
up Fenric
inspiration.
real quick.
Nope, you go for it, because Fenric has inspiration, Nicomund has inspiration. I'm looking at you, Derek. I'm looking at you.
Sure. Let's see what I remember. um, so we kind of finished off what we were doing in the marketplace. I decided to run off and go talk with some guards around the governor's fortification, palace, house, whatever you want to call it. Um, we all got new abilities from our professions. Found out that there's a curfew that you'll be punished if you're out after night. We got a note about Arian's Colt. Horse not here. Man is. Come by. Ask more. Increased guard presence on the next day. We were looking for Seher to get info and getting info from Asu. And as we get to the place where this disappearance happened, I decided to sneak into the back door and smelled some burning and roses coming through the door, and that's where we ended it.
Sweet, short, succinct, and completely wrapped around your character. I love it. I love it.
It's almost like I was just reading my
So,
notes.
yeah, just almost. So everybody did a little bit of shopping. Hakim went to get his palm read by a fortune teller at some point. And
That is a thing I
remember
did.
if y'all took. Yes. So where we left off, right before you snuck in, Hakim stepped in some literal doo-doo and got caught by the guards that were surrounding this house, which is currently an active murder scene. So let's activate that and see how it goes for you guys.
Oh shit, I didn't change the title today.
Oop, go for that while I load. Let's drop a little beat. Okay, nobody move. I'm putting y'all on initiative. Give me a sec.
I'm moving.
Don't you dare.
Look at me. I'm moving. Oh, wait. The
I'll
wrong
give
browser.
you initiative penalty. Stop it. Oh, you had me there. You bastard. Right. Add Aryun to that. Aryun, I shall be controlling you today. Alright, everybody, I want you to roll initiative.
Ooh, nice. How's the volume for everything down there, guys? In the chat, let me know. I had to mess with more settings in the background here.
Now for my bard, are you gonna do your alert thing? Just before we begin?
Does anyone want to go last?
Sure.
I can go last.
Are you
I feel kind of exposed. to
Yeah,
be going last.
Nicomund can go last. I wasn't gonna do
Okay.
anything.
So we're switching Nicomund to 7 and Derek to a 20. Nope, that's not what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah. I probably should switch to the fancy dancy map.
Alright. And with that, let's begin combat. Hakim, you're up first. Quick to react to your own mistake. You notice that the guard has been looking in your direction and it seems he's got like a firmer hand around his weapon and they're all getting into guard stance. The others around him are now paying close attention.
And these
What
look
did you
like...
To piss off the guards?
I failed a stealth check.
He basically just said, "What are you doing down there?" And he's kind of watching it. So I'm putting y'all on initiative because I want to see what
And
you do and how
these-
fast you go.
These look like cognate guards.
Very obviously. They're wearing the banner of the eternal blue sky emblazoned on their uniform.
Hello, friend. I am looking for my friends. Have you seen them?
There are no visitors here. This is a crime scene. What
But-
are you doing loitering around?
My friends were in that house. I'll point at the one that they're guarding.
You know of the people who died here.
I
Then
don't...
you will submit yourself for questioning
Oh,
at
shit.
once.
I don't know who died. I know that my friend usually is in that house.
Make your way here at once.
Okay, I will splash through the water and let it kind of wash the doo-doo off my feet.
Ooh, okay. Is there anything else you want to do in the meantime before we switch to?
Nope.
Derek.
I think I had a stealth roll going. Let's want me to roll again to go into the building.
You had a stealth roll going. You had a perception check that you did, but what else do you want to do at this moment?
Actually, like
you
move
do
inside.
hear... Okay, go for it. There's no door for it.
I do hear what?
You do hear currently somebody shouting, and you hear Hakim sort of responding. Sounds like very gruff shouting. Definitely one of the soldiers. Heard something. As you come up to the door, as you try to open it, I assume, it is quite locked. There is a heavy padlock right in front that looks sort of standard issue.
I thought you said the
Heavy,
door was
thick
like
padlock.
swinging open last time.
Did I?
Yeah.
Well, in that case, come on in.
Just gonna like
My bad.
peek my head around the corner and see if there's anyone that I don't want to see.
Yeah. As you peek through the corner, you can see through the window at the front of the house. There's one guard that has what looks like a bow strapped to their back, long hair that's been tied up quite high, and they all seem to be looking at someone outside the house. And you can see Hakim is currently talking to what looks like the captain of the group.
Okay, so just step into the building.
As you walk over what is visibly a puddle of, I wouldn't say fresh, but it hasn't been too long. There is a very obvious puddle of blood and more as you look further into the room.
Can I take a look around to see if there's anything that might cause noise or be like trap-like that I have to be aware of?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me perception or investigation, your choice. From what you can see, there is quite a lot of blood covering the surfaces, and at some points you do see what looks like scorch marks around, and that is what draws your attention. No visible traps that you are aware of. The place has been noticeably, like, turned up a little bit, like something went down in the house, so it's not neat and orderly.
Okay. And it looks like the front door is closed?
Yes. From what you remember, there was a guard standing right in front of that front door.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do?
Duck into the office and hide.
Okay. Good thing, since you're out of direct line of sight of any of the guards, I won't have you roll stealth right now, but it is the turn of my guard captain. The guard captain's gonna step up and say, do you have your documents with you? Something to prove who you are, how you got into the city. That's you, Hakim, he's asking you. I figured. He's asking you if you have any documents on your person to prove your identity. Where do you stay? Who are you? Anybody who can vouch for you. Ogre and Kazan? I'm gonna have to ask you, are you trying to appease the guy? Or you're trying to distract the guy? No sound from Booty. Damn it, Booty!
That's why I was looking at settings. I am trying to distract the guy. Also, it should be
Is
coming
your
through
sound
now.
working out?
Yeah. Miri, you can hear me now, right?
Can we get a confirmation from chat?
He's
All
good now.
right, perfect.
He's good. Yes.
So you said
No
you were trying to-
documents. I am from Ian Cauldron. I tell you story. Is good story. There was magic cauldron. And man borrow it. And then give it back. And then borrow cauldron again and then not give it back.
All right. Are you trying to distract him or just persuade him?
I'm just trying to distract him.
Okay.
I'm trying to
What?
be purposely obtuse.
I'd say roll me a general charisma.
Oh, good. Oh, good, good. -1 to charisma.
I'm gonna roll his insight.
This is a check or a saving throw? It doesn't matter.
Just a check for me.
He's good, yeah.
Oof. Well, you see the guard kind of struggles with your accent, and you see you're from the what? Here. We'll take you into the station and find someone who speaks your language. You see he kind of calls to one of the other guards, and they step forward. Yes, boss. You see they seem kind of grumpy. And he starts talking in a language that you do not understand unless you speak Mongolian. I do not think you do.
I do not.
So they speak in a language you don't understand.
I speak
But
Mongolian. Are they saying anything weird?
if you give me a perception check to see what you can hear from that distance, or are you approaching closer?
Not yet.
You do. With a 13, you hear general mutterings. You do catch maybe one or two words about taking in jail, and you see the warrior purposely looks to go for a pair of manacles on their belt. And they sort of loyally turn towards Hakim.
No, it's no need for that. I speak good Arabic.
You are a suspicious person, and you have been watching this house. I have seen you.
I tell you, my friend from that house. Have you seen her?
If you could recognize your bodies, perhaps it would be quite useful. We'll have to take you in to the barracks.
No, I don't want to go to barracks.
Why not?
He's far. I'm here to find my friend.
4 ladies inside that house have been murdered, one of which is missing.
Who's
This is
missing?
an active...
I am looking for Asu.
Do you know the names of the women who were inside? We are trying to identify them.
No, I only know, Oh shit, I think I said the wrong name.
Yeah, shit.
I only know Seher. I look for Seher. She very good friend. We supposed to go get tea.
Okay. I will say you keep having a little back and forth. In the meantime, let's go over to Fenric. What are you doing?
Well, Fenric's just kind of watching everything and just sees Hakim over there getting grilled. I'm gonna duck around this corner and if I stand here among all of these barrels, is there like or is there anything in these barrels?
I would say... Let me see. This house is clearly lived in. The one that you were next to. So these
Mhm.
barrels might contain, I would say, perhaps rainwater or some sort of well-drawn water that they have stored at the side for now.
Okay. And I have an idea.
That's always the start of something good.
What's the range on this again? Okay. Here's the plan. While I'm standing next to these barrels,
Mhm.
I'm going to... I don't need a measure template, go away. I'm going to cast Minor Illusion, because it says I can make sounds. And that sound can be pretty much any sound that I want it to be, from a lion's roar, a voice, etc., etc. So I'd like to create the sound of somebody screaming 30 feet to my left.
Okay.
And then I will very quickly follow it up with a quickened use of quicken spell over here. And then we'll go back over here, and then I'll do another minor illusion, but this one's centered on me, and I'm gonna have the image of another barrel. Like I'm gonna crawl down, like ball myself up, and then I'm gonna minor
A
illusion
barrel.
myself inside of another barrel stacked with the other barrels.
Okay. Well. Interesting. Alright, do that.
In the hopes of somebody, the guards getting distracted and leaving the building.
Okay. I would say you are behind the illusory barrel. See how good it is when someone comes over. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, that'll be it. That'll be my turn.
Are you, I'm gonna say, is sort of looking to Nicomund for direction at the moment? Like, it doesn't seem violent just yet, but you see she kind of has her hand ready to draw her bow and take a shot if needed.
If
Nicomund.
Nicomund will kind of shake his head, but Nicomund, when he hears the yelling, the scream, will jump up from the water, half his clothes on. He's still got his armor, but like the half of his clothes are still in the water. And he'll turn around and he'll just point, and open-eyed, like shocked, in the direction where he heard the scream. He doesn't know it's Fenric, but that's what he's gonna do.
Okay.
And do I have to do a roll to sell this?
Yes, please. A general deception if you want to go for performance, I'd say you can try that.
Yes, deception. I'm going to... $15.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn. Not preparing anything else. I just jumped up, startled, and I'm pointing at the alley.
Okay. So far, seems like they bought it. Hakim, back to you. You see the guard clearly reaching out with these manacles, and they're looking like to take you in if you're not being cooperative. What do you want to do?
Oh, you want autograph? Yes. I am the Slavic sword. Famous gladiator. I sign your manacles, yes. Anybody have ink and quill?
Deception check with disadvantage. The fuck are you doing?
I was hoping you'd run away.
Yeah.
Distracted.
The captain is clearly staying with this one. The other guard are moving.
It's the same. It's going great.
Oh boy. You are famous. You see he's kind of distracted. Stay here. He shouts for the other two to follow, and he's gonna start moving towards that scream on his turn. Anything else you want to do?
I will take the dodge action.
Okay. Dodge action. That's you, Derek.
You gave the dodge action to the wrong person.
Why would you click end turn right as I was applying it? That's rude.
Because it was the end of my turn.
I'll end you. Why so
You can certainly try.
try my patience?
So how much of that whole exchange did I hear through the window? Like, is it a solid window or just like an opening in the wall?
It is. There's like a wooden post. It's not like window paved.
Okay.
Not like glass or whatever. I guess you could hear some of it. What's your passive perception? 14. You hear bits and pieces of the conversation.
Enough to hear Hakim lie and just like think to myself, like, why is this working?
Yes, yes, you do.
It's only a lie because Hakim doesn't know if he's famous or not.
I mean, Slavic sword kind of sells. You got the alliteration going for you.
I'm pretty proud of that one. Coming up with that on the spot.
So, just kind of like above table, did we know that there was like a compartment in the bedroom?
Yes.
You know there is a compartment somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Somewhere.
we asked Asu when we were getting the rundown.
Okay.
Mhm. And you know that this bedroom belongs to Seher.
Yeah. Can I take a look around to see if anything seems like it's at a place that would be potentially hiding said compartment?
Correct. Described surrounding for you. You are in what looks like a bedroom that has been lived in. It's not richly decorated. There is a quilt that has seen a lot of use, that's spread very nicely on the bed, very neatly, but then it was rumpled up and like half of it has fallen onto the ground kind of situation. Seems like there was some sort of or something around here, very obviously around the house. The pools of blood definitely indicate more than one person bled and or died. If you're inspecting the room, you do see there are drawings that are strange. They're kind of off-putting, scattered everywhere, like scattered like a sheaf of paper was just thrown across everywhere. They're different sort of charcoal drawings. Some are ink, some are just scratched and scrawled out in this room. If you're looking for a hidden apartment, etc., I'd say roll me investigation, perception, and that will give you different results.
I find nothing.
With the investigation of 6, let me shift it to something. With an investigation of 6, as you are about to start looking for the usual clues that would give away like a hidden compartment, there's a piece of paper that distracts you. It's depicting a certain scene that is not unfamiliar to you. It's the streets of Venice, back where you're from. Very obviously, the architecture and the style of the clothing that people are wearing inside that picture. It is one of the more detailed ones, rather big, I'd say about this size, that you see fallen onto the floor under the bed, and if you pull it out slowly, you see a picture of an old man that's walking through the streets amongst the bustling crowd. Looks like it's dark, there's bright moon shining. That face strikes you as really familiar. There's just something about it that strikes a chord deep within you. Recognize this person. There's something about the shape of the body, the way they hold themselves, but there's not fine detail where you can pinpoint out their clothes or what they might be, but you do sense some familiarity. And this figure within this picture is clearly walking through a crowd, looking away. And behind them, higher up in a building, there's another figure watching them. This one is clearly cloaked. It exudes almost a dangerous, lurking kind of aura. Like someone's watching that figure that you know from the shadows. And that kind of gives you pause for a second as your brain starts to race through possibilities of what it could be.
Mm-hmm. I will pocket the drawing
Mhm.
and I'm starting to feel that I might actually be of more use outside of the house. So I will kind of like sneak my way back out and hopefully not get caught.
Alright, roll me a stealth check. I would say you can have advantage if you want it. Because somebody's being real distracting outside. Alrighty.
I will take the 20.
20.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Might get arrested, but for the second time
You're welcome.
this week on this channel.
Yeah.
2 characters, 1 brain cell.
Yeah. You sneak past the window for a second. You just hold. You feel like someone might have looked at you if you didn't hold for a second. Then you keep moving away, and you don't get spotted. You're able to move out unmolested and uncalled out. I would say that might end your turn somewhere around there, because Mr. Guard Captain over here is looking, and he will go his 60 feet to go inspect less strange noise. Seems to stumble in a certain direction. He gets there with his. Okay, so minor illusion, there is a save, right? An intelligence or something.
I mean, if with a noise, it's just I can make a noise. There.
But the illusion.
If a creature takes a steady action to examine the sound or image, they can make a investigation check against my spell save DC. But the sound would have just been a one-off, like a quick just somebody screaming,
Scream.
and then I created the barrel around myself.
Mr. Guard Captain's just gonna come out and do a perception check. I'll say roll a stealth check with advantage because you're hiding your little illusion. Just to see how quiet you can reach that to beat it. Perception.
Oh no. Come on. Oh, that was so close to being bad.
Alright. Cedric is clipping through the barrel just a little bit. But luckily the guard captain's turned away and looking for where the scream came from, and he's busy. Now, Le Grumpy Step Warrior is going to move to you and say, stay here while we investigate, yeah? They start moving in the direction, get to a certain place, they move past Nicomund, get a little bit further along with... This guy's gonna stay at the front of the house, but he's gonna take a couple steps. Scout Captain staying where he is. Fenric, is you.
I am staying still.
Okay. Doing your
Yeah,
best. Stay where you are.
Yep, that's it. I'm just gonna be staying in my illusionary barrel.
How long does minor illusion last?
A minute.
Okay.
Yep.
Good
So I
stuff.
should have plenty of time for this interaction.
One hopes so. One hopes so. And by that I mean, god damn it, guys, I had a whole character planned. Ariane is still waiting, seemingly surprised that the idiot monk has actually managed to stay alive and talk his way
I'm
out.
wise, not smart, but I'm wise.
The Nicomund in a faux terror is just going to back up through the pool. The pool's not deep, right?
I'd say it goes about knee length at first.
Yeah, he's just going to kind of back up to here-ish. And that's all he's going to do. Still looking towards the scream. That's Nicomund's turn.
God, you guys should have been part of the theater troupe. Hakim, what's pop?
Da. I am going to. This is a good question. Does it appear like the two that are closest to me are still paying attention to me, or are they looking down that alleyway?
This guy is looking down the alleyway. The scout captain is perfectly poised with you, Nicomund, Aryun, all in her line of sight.
I'll point at the scout captain. You tell me where my friend Seher is. Was she in there?
There were 4 bodies. If you came with us to identify them, I'm sure you could find out if she was here or not. The scout captain seems a little on the smarter side.
How about I sign you autograph and I describe Seher and then you tell me if she was in the room.
Okay. You first.
We didn't get a description. What do you want me to sign?
I will take the description first, and then you can sign the dirt on the floor. I do not know.
Okay. She is woman. She is very beautiful.
Right.
If you've ever seen Mad TV, he's doing Mrs. Swan. He looking like a man.
She looks at you and says, all of the bodies that we found were women. And beauty is in the eye of the beholder, some people might say. So, I guess 1 in 4 chance?
She had my book. May I go in and grab my book? You can come with.
Persuasion check. Persuasion check. I'll set a DC. It's not too high, given you've been fairly decent at it. Just put it at a 12.
Please, God, why?
Stop doing charisma things when you're not a charisma person.
Listen, man, I'm the one that got spotted. I gotta talk. So what I keeps trying.
I love it. She says, no, you will stay here. When the captain returns, I will go inside and find you. If I can.
He's
In the
good.
meantime, I suggest have a seat.
I prefer to stand.
Understand.
Old
Thank you.
bones, hard to get up and sit down. I'm only like
Right.
27.
This woman is clearly skeptical. As you do that, Derek, you hear a conversation. Looks like, at the distance, a scream. But there
So
was
it's like-
some commotion up there.
As I get around the corner, and I'm sure like I'm out of the building, no one can see me. I like run my hands through my hair just to like really make it disheveled, kind of like tug at my tweak a little bit to make other look like it's been kind of like out of place from running, and just like whisper to himself, "Showtime." And I'll run around the corner, not dashing. And I'll come right up to. I wouldn't know that they're a captain, right? Okay.
You don't know. You aren't familiar enough with your insignia to be able to tell, but she looks important. She's armored up.
Yeah. So I'll come running over and be like, "Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, so glad I found you. I know this whole thing is just so very unsettling." And I'll use unsettling words on her.
Uh-huh. Well, okay.
So let's use this. So she's going to be at a -4 to the save when I cast Suggestion on her.
Okay. Let me check something. Suggestion and unsettling words. Are there verbal somatic components or just a feature?
Unsettling words is just a feature that kind of like gets laced into the words that I'm speaking. Suggestion is verbal and material, but I have my arcane focus, which would take care of the material side of things.
All
And I
right.
think
gonna
the
cast-
verbal is just whatever I say.
Got it.
I kind of walk up and take a quick look around, make sure no one else is around, and say, "You know me. I'm a messenger from the barracks. The investigation is done. The killer's been caught, and the missing woman found. You can all leave."
Okay. I love how you handled that. Let's see what happens. So -. God damn.
Let me actually cast the spell for you. Why is it saying dexterity save?
I don't know. I'll roll it for her.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw. -4. That's a 10.
That's a fail.
Yeah. He casted unsettling words and then suggestion on my little scout captain.
You know me. I'm a messenger from the barracks. The investigation's done. The killer's been caught, and the missing woman found. You can all leave.
You see she kind of gets a confused look on her face. Her brow kind of crinkles up a little bit. But then she says, "Thank you for passing the message. I will tell the captain immediately." And she just sort of walks off. And she starts talking to the other guy. And they walk away. And you lot are unscathed. We'll end the encounter. And, board's yours. Oh, wait,
Fenric's just
Fenric.
gone.
Yeah, I still have
Fenric.
I still have cards next to me.
Let's see. Give me one more stealth check, just for kicks.
With advantage still? Because I'm still hiding in my barrel?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll let you have it. I've been doing pretty well.
I'm so glad that was an advantage.
Okay, well, you see the four of them sort of talking to each other. You hear them say, "I got the message. Apparently the person's captured." And they sort of walk away from you. And you let out a sigh of relief.
Yeah, so after I see them get around a corner, I will drop Minor Illusion and then start walking back over towards the main group.
I'll look up to Hakim and just like pat him on the chest and go, "That's how you talk your way out of stuff."
I am not good talker. It went better than expected.
Yeah, I don't know how that worked. You're either very lucky or they're very dumb.
I am Slavic
Really.
sword. They love me.
The back door's open. Let's go that way.
Are you in sort of, I can't believe that worked. That's, huh. Interesting.
Nicomund will make sure not to step in the puddles.
All right. Well, the rest of you also experience what I told him earlier. As you walk in, there's a scent of roses, but also scorch in the air. A little bit of soot, like something has been burned. And when you walk in, there are blood splatters, very obviously on the floor, and also scorch marks on some walls in seemingly random directions. But the house is yours for the searching. What do you want to do?
Is there a kitchen area?
Yeah, where you are is the little kitchen area. There seems to be a small stove, sort of rough setup. There is what looks like a kettle that's empty, a couple of things, the prep station.
Is there anything hidden in the food / can I take the food?
Well, we've checked the food. There's a couple of things, a couple bread, like flatbreads that are stored in there, a couple of pieces of cheese, dried lentils that haven't been cooked yet. They're just like the grain. Nothing seems to be hidden in it. Very thorough. Guess seems free for the taking if everybody here is dead.
I'll take it, put it, just throw it in my pack. Except for the lentils. I'll leave them.
All right.
No
You leave the
lentils.
grains and take the other stuff.
Kind of like look over as you're throwing everything in a bag and just like, you don't like lentils?
And Nicomund will just kind of point. Have at it.
Are there any
I'm
chickpeas?
just curious.
No, I just didn't know what they were. That's why I didn't take them.
You ask, are there any chickpeas?
Yeah.
Are you actively searching for chickpeas?
No.
Roll me investigation, perception.
No. I was going to make a very terrible joke for the second time this week. In the bedroom, can I get down on my hands and knees and start knocking on the floorboards trying to find a hollow spot?
Go for it. Investigation, perception, you know the drill. Fenric, is there anything you're doing while you're there?
He'll just take a general look around, but investigating dead people isn't really his speciality.
God, do I have inspiration right now?
Um,
I don't remember.
Derek, Fenric, and Nicomund have inspiration. You can pass it off to somebody if you.
I don't even
Aren't you a human?
Yeah, I don't remember if I used it this session or this in-game
if
day
you
or
want.
not.
You could have mine if you want.
Okay.
Your perception and such is higher than mine.
That's better.
That is certainly better. Okay. As you look around, you see what looks like claw marks, kind of higher up on the ceiling. From where you're looking down, when you look up, you look somewhere near the ceiling. In the way furniture has been shifted, there was some sort of large-ish creature in the building. And you do see what looks like those ash stains, but they don't seem to come from any source. There's no like candle nearby or anything, so you assume maybe it was some sort of magical fire. And you see just between the cracks of two floors, just a little bit of paper or parchment sticking out, just the barest hint of a corner. And as you are able to pry it open, you find a note inside, along with a couple things. There is what looks like there were more things in there. It was kind of dusty. There looks like there were more things in there, but they seem to have been removed in a hurry.
So it's just the note, but I can tell there was more stuff in there. I will take the note. Is it in a language that I can read? Ancient Greek, Arabic, Latin, or Russian?
I would say yes. It is in Arabic. It's written in some sort of scrawled handwriting. Clearly, it's like a fairy, but it is in Arabic. There are 3 things written. First, it says the dripping candle. And right next to that, after a line is drawn, it says flask of liquor. And in the second one, it says steaming pot, and line points to there's like an R, but you see an R and the rest of a word, but the rest of it has been smudged out. And the third one says horse bazaar, and what looks like a crudely drawn arrow.
Horse bazaar with a crudely drawn arrow.
Mm-hmm. Arrowhead. The front
Arrowhead.
part of an arrow. And you look around, and as you look at the things left behind in that little thing start to make a little more sense, because there is what looks like a half-drunk sort of liquor and a reed. There is a small to medium-sized shovel that's just shoved in there. There's some dirt left on it, and what looks like a complete arrow. That's rather fancy.
I'm gonna grab it all and stuff it in my backpack.
Okay.
And I will return to the rest of the party. I'll hand Derek the note. Derek, I found this. I found some items. It's in my bag. I don't want to stay here too long, but we should continue searching the house.
I just see something here. Kind of take the note. Don't even look at it. Like, just put it into a pocket. Be like, yeah, I agree. I don't want to stay here more than a few minutes at most. That spell's not gonna. Once it drops concentration, that spell's not gonna hold up.
Well,
I think suggestion just lasts until they complete the action. I don't think it's full concentration for the entire duration, is it?
Seems like it, but for 8 hours.
Hmm.
Or till they finish.
Okay.
Well, until they find some other guards that are like, what? No, the killer wasn't found.
Yeah, and I figure that's gonna take them some time to walk away, and
Okay.
I don't want to stick around too long.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quickly go through like this living room area and see if I can find any information or clues that would lead to either the whereabouts or any more information I can find.
Okay, go for it.
Are there any more of those big slash marks in the ceiling and floor in here?
In the living room area, yes. You see a couple more. I would say what's your passive? With your passive perception, behind one of the vases, whatever, you find what looks like a feather. And the feather's strange in that it's rather large. Doesn't look like it belongs to any bird that you love. And at the center, it's white, but right as it gets to the edges, you see the feathers start to get black and sooty and sort of.
I pick it up and put it in my backpack.
Okay.
Another clue we can inspect later.
What else
It
was wrong?
doesn't look like anything I would have fought in a pit, right? Probably not.
Not that you know of. You can roll me a nature or history. Just want to figure.
Which am I better at? History, I am.
2 11s. Okay, what are you guys searching for?
Nicomund's gonna rifle around in the couch cushions for coins.
Okay, Derek?
He's got his priorities. Just any clues, any signs of any of the information that we're looking for that would like indicate where or what took Seher?
For Derek, you do notice again that there are hints of what look like magical fire. Magic is not unknown to you. Fire, scorch marks, clearly left by some sort of flame, have no physical explanation. the current moment so easily appointed to magic. So you think maybe it could be some sort of creature, some sort of thing from planes beyond, the unknown planes, or some sort of fiend maybe, but the smell of roses kind of conflicts with that, so it leaves you a little bit confused. You can search through the couch cushions for money, and you find traces of gold, actually, just little flecks. Which is kind of like gold dust sort of left behind, like flecks, like it flecked off of something, and you're not sure if it's real gold. But you do see little hints of it around the place. No clues.
Okay, I'll point it out. Like, you guys seen this gold dust? Is it just over here on the sofa, or what is this?
I'll kind of walk over and take a look. Would I know any spells that use gold dust as a material? Or have heard of any?
Yeah, give me a check. What do you think would make sense? History?
Arcana?
Yeah, that's fine. If you want to get assistance, you guys can assist each other. You know, if things are not looking good, that's always an option.
For that one, I'll use the inspiration.
Okay.
Well, it's twice as good.
A third, almost. You're not really sure. The kind of spells that you used to are more subtle. They don't leave traces like gold dust everywhere. So maybe it was part of the creature that clearly stumbled through here, or somebody left it behind. Not any spell that you can think of off the top of your head. So you have a couple of clues that don't kind of fit together. There's gold, there's maybe magical fire, there's roses.
Are the bodies still in here?
No, they
Okay.
have been removed. You know where they are, technically. In the barracks. Waiting to be identified.
And just as I'll say, I think we got everything. And as I'm going out, I'll kind of push on every pillow just to see if there's anything hidden out in them.
Okay. You push a couple pillows, nothing, and then you push the last one and there's a crinkle.
And I go, take the paper out of the pillow.
Okay, you take it out and it's another drawing. Place that would make sense is stuffed in between the couch cushions, and it's strange. Again, it's charcoal, very fine lines, but it looks like it was done in a hurry. There is a woman that... see her description. There is a woman that looks like she's wearing a sort of blue scarf. There is some like hints of smudges of color just to kind of make it pop out. And she has these sort of delicate features, almond-shaped eyes, long, thin nose. Very innocent, very quiet-looking person, just from the vibes. And it looks like she's being gifted flowers from a person standing next to her. It's a man, and he has eyes that are differently colored. Can't quite tell the exact shade, what exact color they are, but it's black and white. But from how the charcoal drawing was done, you can tell they're different colored, but you're not exactly sure what. But he appears to be riding on the back of a creature, and you see lots of those gold flecks sort of stuck onto the paper. Like the creature's made of gold or something.
All right. Well, I'll hand the drawing to Derek, and I'll say more of that gold dust is on this.
I'll fold it up and again put it in the pocket, same pocket as the notes in. It's like we can take a closer look at this once we get out of here.
I would say anybody can roll me a religion check or history. One last chance. Especially Frederick.
Okay.
Frederick, buddy. You got this. Up a wing.
Religion or history? Well, they're the same either way.
Oh, good.
With a
I'm
7.
good at history. I rolled a 1.
So good at history. Maybe she liked Hakim. That's what occurs to you. Fenric, you're also at your wits' end. I want to say Derek and Nicomund. Nicomund, you sort of look around at the way she draws, and it kind of reminds you of something that you've seen before. The style of the drawing art style. Kind of like what you saw in Shai Zinda in the underground basement with the zombie people. Like on the murals. Seems a certain style, a certain elements of the drawing. So you're thinking maybe something to do with Zoroastrianism or cult maybe. And Derek, you ponder and you ponder and you ponder and you think strange activities, and they kind of match something that you have seen before. You look at that note and you think that might be, if you pursue it, you sort of come to a similar conclusion as Nicomund. A cult of sorts. Maybe they use Zoroastrianism as an inspiration. Something of the sort. Maybe they just like the art. That's all you seem to get for now. You do have that note with 3 names, a couple of clues, the feather, and you hear voices, sound of boots in the distance.
We should go.
Ariud sort of whistles to the rest of you where she's waiting outside.
Let's go and we can go over this safer location.
As an Italian, would you say, let's go?
Let's go!
Alright, which way did we come from originally?
I will say that I am not Italian, sir. I am Venetian. There is a difference.
As an
Stop
Italian
wandering off the
American that has a canal that shares my last name in Venice.
You're a canal?
There's a canal that is the same word as my last name in Italian in Venice.
Alrighty.
Actually, in the 13th century, there was no such thing as a united Italy. There was a bunch of city-states, and Venice was its own state. So, suck it. I researched my character, motherfucker.
Damn. Y'all making me feel bad.
Actually,
I need to pick up a couple of history classes.
I'll be
As
right
you all
back.
walk away, you've clearly wandered off. I'll bring you back to the city map so you can figure out what you want to do. Asu sort of leaving and she meets up with you guys afterwards. So did you find out anything?
Yes, we found some drawings. We found some gold dust. And it looks like there was a battle in there, not just an attack.
A battle?
Yeah,
What
magical
kind of
battle.
Like she was kidnapped, do you think?
Well, there were the guard said there were 4 bodies, but there were like scorch marks on the walls here and there. And it looks like there might have been some sort of large evil creature in there. Or maybe it wasn't evil. It was a creature, though.
She was talented, but as a fortune teller, she didn't do rituals or magic stuff. She was a diviner. Makes no
But she did
sense.
play with magic.
Well, yes, she could see the past and sometimes the future. She would draw. It's what helped us. We are the Tallow Chandlers. It's our organization. Deal with information. She was useful. I want to get her back. Was there anything else that you found other than
there was
she was doing?
note. It said
And
dripping candle, flask of liquor, Stephen Pot R, horse bazaar, and had I'll just show her the note. I don't know.
you see, she sort of tilts her head as she's listening. Those are places in the city. Those are the horse bazaar. The dripping candle is an inn, and so is the other one, the steaming pot. Another place.
Now,
Maybe
having
there's a-
heard. All right, finish. Go ahead.
Maybe there was a place that she visited.
Now, having heard Hakim fumble for her description, Nicomund will say, well, we realize we don't know what your friend looks like, so we can pass around the description.
Yes. She is sort of. He describes her to you again. Similar features that you kind of saw in that picture you've seen. Sort of pointed chin, straight nose, small, kind of elegant eyes, dark hair. She usually wears a head covering. Doesn't like to go without. She has a rather nice bangle on her left hand, which she's rather proud of.
Rather nice what on her left hand?
Bangle.
Like a tiger?
That's
No,
bangle.
like the jewel.
It's a bracelet.
I didn't know either.
Really? Oh,
See,
okay.
this is a man. I don't know technical terms for jewelry. You said
might be-
wristlet. I'd be like, oh, it's something that goes on her wrist.
Oh, what?
Wristlet.
What is that? Cultural differences.
Well,
Bangles are
we
like-
can. Did you Fuck, what was it? Did you watch Miss Marvel? That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
That's the one that she has. God.
It's a thick. At least the one in the show was a thick bracelet.
Ah.
Gave her
okay.
magic
That's
powers.
what it is.
That's all I need. A thick bracelet.
Sometimes they do. It's not like those thin ones, it's like a really, usually bigger pieces.
Yeah, like chunky.
Here, I can. Would you check out those places? See if you can track something down. Maybe somebody has seen her.
We might need to stay at Dripping Candle. I told guards I stay at Dogazaran Inn. Dogoran Inn.
The Living Cauldron?
Yeah, the cauldron. You know the story? I tell you.
No,
aware.
no, we're not going through the story again.
It's a good story.
It's a good story when it's told by someone that knows it.
Well, the steaming pot is near the saluting moon, quite nearby, and also the golden quarter, up in
Steaming
northern part
pot,
of the city.
not Steven pot. That makes
Do you need me to
sense.
write it down? Do you need me to write down the clues, buddy?
No.
Maybe.
I was like, who's
Jesus.
this
No.
Steven Pot guy? I'm gonna have to.
I heard Stephen Pot.
Guys,
I-
you can clarify.
I assumed it was steaming pot because there's no way she's bringing Steve into this world.
Not willingly.
Oh, come on. What's wrong with Steve?
I'm saying it.
Candle.
I'm saying it right now. If Derek dies, next character, Steve.
Steve. But make it the most annoying spelling ever.
Do you know why
Well,
she
the
would put
dripping candle.
flask of liquor next to dripping candle?
The dripping candle is the name of an inn. I don't know about the flask. Did you find a flask? Oh, interesting. Does anybody here speak Chinese or know the language Chinese?
No.
Okay. Well, somebody give me a general intelligence check to see what language it is.
Do we have anyone that's actually intelligent?
Nope, we don't have any intelligent people in this group.
I mean, I'll do it. Sure.
I'm moderately intelligent.
I am also moderately
Pit
intelligent.
ban of intellect. I have so many puzzles for you guys. That's all in the trash now. Great. 18. Ooh, 21. Derek. Good job, buddy. Okay.
I is smart.
Hakim and Fenric. You're not quite sure, Nicomund. It looks like chicken scratch. Clearly, this is toddler's writing.
It's not a language. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Derek, you recognize this because you have been in Venice and Support City. Well, there's trade, and you've been into many parts of the world. You do recognize it is Chinese. You don't understand it, of course, but it's rare to see in these parts, especially with liquor, of what looks like a Chinese brand. Maybe pricey.
Can I be pedantic and say, is it Mandarin or Cantonese?
Oh,
Or one of the other regional
Technically.
dialects.
technically, I would say it's Mandarin. I don't know if they developed Mandarin in the 13th century, because I don't know Chinese history that well. But I'm glad you know that Cantonese exists. Good for you. There's many types of languages, guys. So, you can't read it, you know the bottle, you know a couple locations. What do you want to do? You can also go anywhere else you like in the city.
Well, I guess we can track this down. I don't think we should hang out around here too much longer. And I think maybe Hakim should hide his face. He was talking right to those people. But which one's closest? I don't know the city yet. I don't know where the steaming pot is. I don't know where the dripping candle is. Arian, you know where the horse bazaar, right?
We know where the dripping candle is.
Do we?
Yeah.
The candle is near gate number 3.
Well,
Also
I could
this
see it
way.
on the map, but like
it was
I don't
pointed out
think
to
I
us
personally
on the
knew.
map as
Okay,
one of the
got it.
places we could stay.
And we know the steaming pod was pointed out to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Kind of where the word pot is just randomly peeking out.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was dispensary, so.
Hilarious.
Hey, there's
And
a lot of
then-
those in my city right now, so. They're more populous than a fucking Tim Hortons is.
It's because you only need one Tim Hortons to serve multiple dispensaries worth of customers after they're done shopping at the dispensary.
There's a Tim Hortons on every street corner. There are dispensaries side by side.
Yeah.
Should
should
we
we-
go to steaming pot?
I agree.
It's closer.
Yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense to me.
Alright, you make your way to the steaming pot. Do you
Make
want to
it
pass
away.
by the Golden Quarter? Make it your way. Do you want to
What?
pass by the Golden Quarter or just...
Wada?
Yeah, might as well.
Alright, explore the city, guys. Sandbox.
Hello.
Doo-doo-doo-doo. As you walk by this fancy place, you pass by a sign that is very elegantly written, and it says Rube Dahabi, the Golden Quarter in Arabic. And it looks luxurious from the outside. And you see there are like Mongol soldiers, clearly high ranking, that are like passing by. It seems definitely there's a lot of traffic around here. That's for sure.
Nicomund would like to keep an eye out for the guard captain and the scout captain as we're walking the
Okay.
streets, just to see if they're coming.
Gotcha. I'll keep that in mind.
I think Derek's doing the same.
Gotcha. I'll keep that in mind. Definitely walking by, you get a sense of longing for seeing what's inside the Golden Quarters, but you walk past, head to your steaming pot. Derek, so far, Nicomund, you don't see much of anything. You don't see followed. There are crowds. It's starting to be afternoon. None that seem to be following you. Derek. Let me roll. Okay. You keep your eye out. At the moment, there doesn't seem to be anybody that's following you that you notice. Just crowds, you see soldiers at a distance. No one that's taken unnatural notice of you. Anything suspicious.
Okay.
As you head to the steaming pot, you are greeted by the delightful smell of coffee. Gives you a little buzz, makes you wake up, you know? Gives you a little tingle.
What's that
As
smell?
The smell of deliciousness, my friend.
That doesn't answer my question.
You have to try it to find out that there's no describing the wonders of coffee.
It's too bitter.
Have you ever tried coffee with honey?
It's just sweet and bitter.
That's why you use the honey. It's no
Best
longer
drink
bitter
in the
if it's
morning
a little
is
sweet.
water.
You can have the water. I like a good cup of coffee.
as you
So
enter
the whole thing is
Yes.
a giant what's the
coffee
word?
house.
Coffee shop? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a coffee house. As you enter, there is what looks like was a really cozy place where there were lots of people. Now there's a slightly different energy. There are more soldiers. Kind of what looks like a building that's been repurposed. It's become a makeshift headquarters. You see, there is a guy that people flag down, and they call him by the name Faisal. He's moving. He looks like a jolly person. He has like laugh marks and crow's feet. Clearly, he's smiled a lot once, but right now he has this sort of unease about his face as he's just sort of walking around trying to serve things. And there's a little boy that's scurrying around, bringing tea to the soldiers. They're also gathering people that are planning. There's some that are sitting on a table with maps. Others that are like playing games, drinking their coffee, laughing boisterously. But then there's some like commoners that are just quietly together in one corner.
First off, Fenric would like to find the countertop and go get himself some coffee.
Okay. All right, you head over there. The chair is not placed at an ideal height for someone of your stature. You'd have to struggle a little bit.
He'll do what he has to for a good cup of coffee.
All
It's
right.
like being
the
on the
effort.
road. There's not many opportunities for
Oh
a
my
good
god.
coffee.
Quest accepted. Thank you
Oh
for the
my
raid.
god! It's
Yay,
they keep
they're
just in time for
here.
coffee.
Hey, how's it
And they brought
going?
somebody new.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
You guys came just in time. We're at a coffee shop. Grab a coffee. Come say hi. What was I saying?
We're at a coffee shop.
Nicomund will
The
sidle
stools are
up
too
next to
high for
Henrik.
Fenric.
Yes. As you're about to sit down, you do notice that some people are giving you rather strange looks. You're used to it. Maybe the
Oh, yeah.
others also pick up on that. Slightly hostile vibes. Yes. Anything else somebody wants to do? Nicomund, you had something?
I think
Nicomund
Astro needs a
will
cup
just-
of coffee.
No,
Nicomund
I
will
have
just
coffee now. I'm not
sit
sleeping.
next to, Nicomund will just sit next to Fenric. Kind of like look to him for guidance.
Faisal sort of comes over. He has like a towel thrown over. Can I get you coffee, tea?
Coffee. Coffee, my friend. Why else would I walk
Milk
into
and sugar
this? Smells
or
delicious.
honey?
Honey,
you.
honey, my friend.
It is
Nigma
nice
will
to
look
have
at
someone
Fenric and just go,
appreciates.
2.
Very well. Right away. And you see there's like a sort of old pot that's rather large, and it just seems like it has seen use. Like it
Mhm.
is constantly on the stove, and it is constantly thing or the other. He comes over and gives you guys some fresh coffee. Anything else I can get you?
Do you
Please
have
be welcome.
PSL?
Pardon?
Pumpkin spice latte.
Oh, I do not believe so. Pumpkin? What are they?
Pumpkin. Yeah, it's not important. What about pink drink?
Pink drink? I have rose tea.
Sounds delicious. I
interest
will
you.
take.
I will get it for you right away, brother. Please be patient. He comes back with some rose tea for you, and for you, fine sir, gentlemen.
Do you have any other tea that's not just rose tea?
Oh, plenty of tea. What kind are you looking for?
Where is your tea from?
Oh, all over the place. We usually have a bigger variety. Now we're sort of gives a quiet glance over the soldiers. Bit crowded, you know. Look at the city as it is. We make do.
If you have anything from the Mediterranean,
Mediterranean. Don't have a request like that. Don't. Let me see what I can do for you. I might have something at the back of my cupboard. Be patient. I will be right with you.
As he walks
Sit here
away,
for a
I'm
little bit.
gonna lean into Derek and just whisper, maybe you can ask if he spilled the tea. Eh?
seems like he has very steady hands.
Fenric is going to just wait for the coffee to cool just a little bit, and then he's gonna just tuck himself right in.
Somebody roll me. Is anybody doing anything other than drinking your coffee?
I'd like to be watching everybody in the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Fenric's just enjoying the atmosphere, enjoying himself, and not paying any particular mind to the cautious looks and the glares that he's getting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when
So-
Faisal comes back, Nicomund will speak to him and say, so we were looking for a friend of ours. We heard she came through here maybe recently. Do you know Seher?
Seher. Yes, actually. That's strange. Hold on.
What's
And he puts
strange?
like some mountain tea for you at the side, Mr. Fancy Venice Man. I have some of this. It is aged slightly. Not a lot of people drink it, but I hope you enjoy. Seher has been here not that long ago. Perhaps a couple of days, maybe 2 days? Something of the sort. She came with a friend. Why do you ask?
Who is the friend?
There was a man. I do not remember his name. He had eyes. Were slightly strange. They're different colors. Yes. They were talking to somebody else. Had a drink. Quite a good time.
I'll describe the half orc. I'll say, was it the half orc that? And I'll kind of describe the eyes as best as possible from the half orc that we helped. Well, I won't say half orc. I'll describe the eyes of the guy we helped get into the city. And I say, was that him, or was that someone else?
He was older. Person
Older?
you speak of seems to be young. He was an older man, perhaps 40s. He was wizened, like an elder. I thought perhaps he was her uncle or something. I did not bother to ask. They seemed happy. They were actually with her, that lady over there, in the corner. And he points to what looks like a merchant that's dressed quite simply, but in clothing that are slightly out of place. So they have like a sort of diagonal way of posing, instead of the regular straight buttons. And they seem to have monolid eyes, and you recognize, like, Derek, that this person is obviously Chinese. And they seem to be deep in thought, just staring at a TV.
And Nicomund will say, "Well, thank you," and I'll take a drink of the coffee and I go, "You go, God, what was that? What is that?
Coffee, my friends.
Does it always taste like that?"
Is it wrong? Did I brew it wrong? Cannot be.
No, I've never had it before, and I'll point to Fenric, and he said it's great.
Perhaps you would like a little bit more milk and sugar in that, yeah? Here.
And I'll
He's
just
gonna
hold
pour
her.
a generous amount of milk and sugar into that.
Does it get better?
Try that. The taste gets milder. It's definitely a lot sweeter. I don't know if that's what Nicomund likes.
Nicomund will sip it, but he's looking at Fenric like Fenric tricked him.
Fenric is just continuing enjoying his cup. It's like, oh, another glare to ignore.
Man's got his coffee. Don't gotta worry about nothing else.
Yep.
So he points to the woman, just kind of like looking at him. He's like, "You wouldn't happen to know what her name is, would you?"
Ah, yes, that is Lin Yue. I do not know if I'm saying the name right. It's difficult to pronounce. We call her Lin. She has been here quite a while, actually. She's a merchant. She's brought some of the tea you're drinking.
When you say she's been here quite a while, how long would you say she's been around?
Oh, couple weeks at least. She's supplying her goods, and then the gates closed and she couldn't.
Okay. What does she usually drink?
Ah, well, usually tea. She has a specific type that she likes. They call it. There's a specific way of brewing it. They're very specific. They're very particular about their tea. She has taught me much.
Does she have a glass right now?
Yes, Yes, it's cooling quite rapidly, actually. Perhaps you would bring her another. It might do her good to cheer her up. She's always sort of off in her own world.
You said it's a different type from what I have now, correct?
Yeah.
If you don't mind bringing a pot of her favorite tea, that would be appreciated.
It's only my friend.
And a second cup,
Close
if you don't
behind.
mind.
Of course. Hakim, what are you rolling for?
That was for Matt from Quest Accepted. He said he's trying to get his back to feel better, so I rolled a medicine check.
You find a guy sitting in a corner. His name's Matt. He's having a really bad time. You're like, you know what? Let's help a friend out.
I'm just gonna give him a back
Give
massage.
him a back massage.
Yeah.
Yeah. He appreciates it.
Really got to get in there with the elbow, you know.
Matt, don't trust him. He doesn't know anything about medicine.
He's not actually a doctor.
He's as much of a doctor as Dre.
Legally required to say that I am not doctor.
A medical professor. Well, he brings you a pot of fresh oolong, and he says, along with 2 cups, and he says, "Good luck, my friend."
Okay, so I'll pour a couple cups and just set the pot beside you guys and say, "I'll be back." And just takes him, walks over, and comes over to more obvious ways, so I'm like catching her eye as I approach. I just gesture with the one cup more forward to her and say, "Would you mind if I joined you?"
Certainly not. That is tea. Have you had it before?
I've never had this brew before, but I have heard good things about it.
My husband liked that tea. I drink it and think of it.
You say that with a bit of longing. Would I be correct in assuming that your husband is no longer here?
No, he is not. He is not.
Well, my condolences in that case. I kind of like pull a chair out, set the tea in front of her, sit down across, put my cup down as well, and say, "My name is Derek, and I was hoping you could help me learn some information about someone I'm looking for."
Of course, you can ask your questions. How I could help. I am but a merchant.
You might be a merchant, but I've been led to believe you are familiar with Seher.
Seher? How do you know her?
Honestly, I don't. But I've been tasked by her friends to find her because she has seemingly gone missing.
See, you say. Oh dear. World takes much that is precious, does it not? I was talking to her not 2 evenings ago. We shared a drink. She was nice.
And she was here with a gentleman?
Yes. A
Some
man by the name of Shazama. There, put it for you guys. They actually talked me into opening. There was a bottle, you see. My husband and I promised that when we made it here, we would open this drink and celebrate reaching Constantinople. But he didn't make it. For many months, I just traveled around with it. And then I met Seher. There was something about her. She's easy to talk to. We shared a drink. We opened the bottle. They talked about strange things. Garden with roses. 2 of them. They seemed really excited about. It's strange. You're not the only person who was looking for her. This is the second time. There was a woman.
You kind of broke up in that last bit there.
Oh, sorry. You were not the first person who has come looking for Seher. There was another woman earlier. Maybe she's also a friend, but she didn't act like it.
You didn't happen to get a name from her, did you?
No. She was in a rush. She was Turkoman. Just warrior-like. She seemed quite angry, actually. She had a horse. Good horse.
Now, when you see, I have all this information that's just bits and pieces, and none of it's making sense right now. One thing that I keep coming back to right now is you mentioned that you opened this bottle of alcohol that you'd brought with your husband and shared with. Did Seher happen to put it into a flask?
A flask. Well, actually, she took the bottle. She stole it. I didn't mind it much. I had already drank it.
And
I think she thought she was being subtle.
Hakim has this bottle right now, right?
Mhm. You figures say bottom.
Okay. So I'll just kind of like turn on, look over at Hakim across the room, snap my fingers, just like wave him on, kind of like he's a servant. Like you're helping. Well,
Wait.
I don't know how else to describe it. Because it's from across the room, snapping his fingers to get your attention, and then once you make eye contact, he's waving you over. Do you have that bottle with you? Because I think it belongs to this lady.
You show her the bottle. Yes, that's his. That's his my bottle. Wait.
I am a rich bastard.
You certainly are, my good guy. You certainly are.
So yeah, I just kind of like gesture at the label. And it's like, I know this
Scan
is writing of some kind. What does the label say?
Oh, it is actually quite a valuable brand of alcohol. Tsingtao. Don't make me come up with an alcohol brand name. I'm gonna give you the cheap shitty China beer that I know about. Okay.
It's more than I know.
It's okay. Nobody here's Chinese enough to question me.
Welcome to this, nice, high, very fancy, restaurant. Taco Bell.
That's essentially what I said.
Okay, so you mentioned a warrior woman looking for Seher who was angry. What was she? What questions did she ask you? What in particular was she looking for?
She was trying to find her. She was asking about her location. Same as you.
And once you weren't able to give her location, she just left?
Oh, yes. Seems she had other places she was looking at. Kind of like she was staring about the whole town. How lucky she would be.
So I'll pull out the two notes. The one that's got the drawing on it, and as well the note. Just kind of like lay them out in front of Lynn. Say, do these mean anything to you?
The paper, no. But that's picture. Are you talking about the drawing with the two flowers? Or your drawing?
No, my drawing is for me.
Mhm.
No, the one with the gold on it.
Oh, that one is. Yes, that is Seher and. What was his name? Shazaman. That is Seher and Shazaman, right there.
And it looks like he has different color eyes.
I couldn't tell, but he had. There's one green and one brown.
And what was the gold on the drawing again? You said he was on something?
He was on some sort of creature. You can't really tell because it looks so strange. You'd almost compare it to like biblically accurate angels almost in the way that it looks, like a sort of mishmash of things. And the gold sort of dusting everywhere.
And to Lynn, like the creature here, you're not familiar with at all. You've never seen or heard anything that would be described like this.
Creature. Let's see what she knows. Not that I can say, no. It's rather strange.
I might have missed it. Did she say when this other person came looking for Seher?
You didn't ask him. I'm gonna drag you all to some sort of in map just so you guys something to see. Here you go. I will say,
The light?
are you gonna? You can't see anything? Oh fuck. In the meantime, what you guys do?
I'll just kind of like gesture for everyone else to come over because Donnie is at a wall of what he wants to ask.
All right.
I'll come back and stand. Where's the lady at?
She was sitting in a corner over here.
I'll stand closer to her than Derek.
I'll pick up my coffee and just kind of meander my way over. I'll grab another the other chair and sit down.
All right. Just gonna populate this place.
I assume you fill us in on what she's said so far?
Yes.
When did this angry-looking Turkoman lady come looking for Seher?
Early this morning, actually. Right when the coffee shop opened, I was here for breakfast at, say, 11.
Do anybody remember what time the attack happened on the place?
I think it was said it was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Was it yesterday or was it early this morning or / last night?
I would say you put it at early this morning / last night.
Okay.
Technically, yes.
So she came
Benric.
looking.
Roll me an insight check.
Okay.
Yes, Hakim?
I was just saying, so she came looking after whatever happened went down.
I've got a 16.
It's a guess. You can roll me an intelligence check. If you think your character is smarter, able to piece together, want a clue, pray to God, do something, guys. Then I can give you something. Don't sit here and stare at me. Let's go,
I'm
babes.
thinking.
Go beat up some people. Maybe they'll have answers.
Did
Fenric,
Asu follow us here?
she did not. She's actually hanging outside with what's her name, Aryan, and sort of training Tekwani and the horse, because the horse can come in.
Does this
Aryan's not feeling really well.
Does this scout captain look familiar?
Yes.
And then I got a 16 on that insight check.
You feel a little you've had your powers for a while. You're familiar with magic and such. It gives you good instincts. You feel prickling like somebody's watching you.
I'll just kind of lean back in
I
my
mean,
chair and with my coffee and just kind of casually look around as if I'm looking for a refill, and try to see if I can see what's making me, got that feeling of watching.
Sure. Among the crowd of people, there are soldiers that are busy, there's people all over the place, they're kind of drinking, they're planning. There are a couple you notice that seem slightly suspicious. Like, they're just sitting alone, even though they're wearing the same sort of outfits. They just seem to be abrasive, kind of avoiding talking to. Like, some people try to approach them, they just sort of terse, give a few words, and then the other people sort of move on.
Are they civilians or soldiers?
They're dressed like soldiers, as far as you can tell.
Okay.
Yeah, they're dressed up like everybody else, but they're just keeping to themselves. And whereabouts would they be?
As you pinpoint their locations, there's one guy strategically near the exit, another one that is near to you, that kind of has like a vantage point, and then one boss guy that's just sort of reclining, and from his position as he's drinking, good eye on all of you in his peripheral vision. And Booty, your monk soldier senses, they tingle it. Those are trained soldiers.
I'm going to lean into the group and just whisper, there are lots of seasoned warriors in here suddenly.
Yeah, and I'll just, as I pick up my cup, I'm gonna like hide my mouth and just kind of whisper to everybody else. Just, we are apparently bringing a lot of attention to ourselves.
Meanwhile, Taquani is having a blast outside, little puppy. Cute as all hell.
Miss Lind, is there anything
Yes?
you think that could help us find Seher? Because I feel our conversation will be cut short soon.
Oh? Well, the advice for finding missing people is usually where they were last seen, right? She mentioned she and her friend, they keep talking about this rose garden. Something. Maybe they went there.
Do you know where this rose garden is?
I'm not sure, they didn't mention a name. That paper, there are other locations, yes.
Da.
If she stole that alcohol bottle, do you think she stole these other items
Maybe.
from other people? She didn't seem like a thieving sort. Strange.
Oh, Booty, you brilliant bastard. She's probably using all these items to scry on people.
Right at that moment, you see one of them comes closer towards you, and Lynn sort of says, I think someone here wants to talk. And they're sort of like stomping towards you. And they go straight for you, Finn. They
okay.
have a weapon, and they sort of put it on the table and say, so, what are you supposed to be exactly? Tiny man.
I look down at myself. I look up at him. Well, I apparently look like a traitor. You apparently look like an ass.
Oh.
You see Lynn sort of covers a smile and says, that is my cute son. Thank you for the conversation. She sort of slips away. Good luck.
Is there a window
I'm just
behind
gonna-
us, or is it just wall?
It's wall.
Yeah, behind us is just the wall. So, and then I'm just gonna casually just take another sip, enjoying my coffee. I think at this point I'm probably about to run out though, which is sad.
And you see, like, this sort of gruff lady who's clearly got like these bulging muscles. When she came up to you, just sort of sniffles, because a couple people laughed when you gave like a good comeback, like good-naturedly, you know? And she says, I don't think you know who you're talking to.
No, not
You
really.
see,
Seeing as you never gave your name.
you know what? This coffee shop, this place, is for soldiers only. It's for important people. So you can see yourself out. Me and my friends, we can kick you up.
Oh, easy now. Oh, I apologize. The bartender didn't seem to mind our coin.
Please no fighting. I really don't. You see, like, the bartender is like, I'm sure they were just leaving. Yes? He was like trying to mediate. Not going really well.
Nicomund will look to Hakim, kind of like, now?
I will leave. You have good one. If you need autograph, let me know.
Always with the autographs. The fucking guard captain gets up, throws off his cap, and draws his sword. Nobody wants your goddamn autograph, dude. It looks like it's time for a classic bar-time brawl, because these guys ain't looking to negotiate.
Yeah.
And also, let's bring a little action to you guys. Getting a little sleepy around here. It seems like these people are kind of antsy for a fight, and provide a convenient target. Some good music.
Okay. Nice. We actually all got good, solid initiative rolls for a change.
Wow, good job, buddies. All right.
Derek, is your feature a
They
once
got
a day
better.
thing?
Well, that's a good question.
If you want to activate, better
I
say
don't think
now.
alerts once a day. I think alerts just.
I'm looking. I'm looking.
Look faster.
Immediately after you roll initiative, you can swap.
Do you want to swap?
Okay.
It's up to you.
Are you
Yes.
happy where you are? Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. You can take it.
Sweet.
So, Derek is now 19. And the other one is 21. Hakim is 21. Don't give me extra work every time. Alright, there you go. So the first one to act is the guard captain that had a problem with you and your autograph. He's gonna come. Let's see. Straight for you, Hakim. And he draws out this big old warhammer. And he's gonna go straight for you. None of his friends are around, so no pack tactics yet.
Pack tactics.
Just don't worry about it. Just a regular attack.
I do not like
First
this
one.
man.
The first one swings wide and just quickly take like a step back, but he brings up the butt end of the hammer and clocks you right across the jaw. For a wee little 14 damage.
I will use my reaction to deflect attack.
14?
Alright. How much you want to reduce it by?
I have to click this button. I'll reduce it by 10.
You only take 4 damage. Describe how you reduce the butt end of the
Just
attack.
as it kind of comes in to hit, it kind of hits my jaw, but I turn and push the hammer past. Just kind of roll with the hit and turn out of the way.
Alright. Interesting. Well, that's his turn. Hakim, you're up.
I'm going to point at the guard captain in front of me I'm gonna say, I won't even show you why they call me Slavic Sword. I just use my hands for this. And I will make an unarmed strike. .22 hits.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
How many
damage.
do I make? And then... Shoot, I should know my character better, but we haven't done much combat.
So it's a perfect time. Hello, even Steve was moved until they all started drooling. It's a ballroom blitz, buddies. Let's go.
It's a ball.
I like the one for Matt. The Matt in the back said, "Ouch, my back," and then turned into a ballroom blitz.
It's a ballroom blitz.
I will use my...
Oh, barroom. Yep.
I will use my... as a monk, I get a free unarmed strike as a bonus action if I make an unarmed strike, so...
That you do. Remember, you don't have to click the attack every time. You can just go to the previous one, just click attack.
15 hits. This
Yeah.
guy is weak.
He is clearly drinking. There's something else in his coffee, you know?
So just a quick jab cross, and then I
Mhm.
spit a little on the ground, and I say, "You aren't even worth my time, friend. You should leave."
Nicomund.
All right, Nicomund will yell out, "Ah!" and then it'll jump up on the table over here, and he'll swing right down at the scout captain with his maul.
Beat him.
And since the scout captain is flanked, it's at advantage.
Yes.
Nice.
Hey.
Damage, 2, 4, yeah, that's right. $14 damage right on top of the. I'm kind of aiming for her shoulder, not her head. I don't want to kill this person, and I'm
It
pretty
kind of caves
sure.
in their studded leather armor a little bit, and a little bit of blood pours out.
Pretty sure that's all I can do. I don't have any bonus actions. So I'll just yell out in glee from on top of the tables and go, "Oh no, I spilled my coffee!" So bam!
All right.
And that's my turn.
The scout captain is going to... Let's see what she can do. She's not good in combat. She is going to use her action to... What's the one? Disengage. 2, 3, 6. She's gonna get some distance over here. She's gonna use her bonus action to aim. Oh, she's gonna use her action to aim. No, she used her action to disengage. Gotcha. She's gonna stay where she is. She kind of gets her bearings and wipes a little bit of the blood off of where you hit her. Where's my resentful step warrior? This guy's feeling extra resentful. I think he's gonna go for her. I think he's Derek. Blocking Fenrir.
Does this guy have a horse in the bar?
No. It's just a picture.
They're riding their horses in the bar. How
There
uncouth.
are many horses.
How uncouth. She shoots you with an arrow for 9 damage. Unless there's something you can do. Guess not. What are you concentrating on?
Suggestion.
Not anymore, you're not.
Not anymore. I'm not. Is this the same group from before, or is it a different group?
Some, like, the guard captain definitely looks the same, and the scout captain looks familiar, but there's a little bit off. Maybe they're relatives or something? The rest of them are kind of just hopping in. And that is her. Dirk, you're up.
Now, getting shot with the arrow, he's not trying to subdue, he's trying to kill. I don't appreciate that.
Hmm.
So I don't even, like, get up from the chair. The arrow hits, I just kind of, like, turn to look at him, it's like, I was here to enjoy my cup of tea, and you decided to interrupt that. I don't appreciate that at all. And in that, he will be whispered at dissonantly.
Alright, wisdom save 14. This one, right? The resentful step. Yeah.
Yep, the son of a bitch that shot me.
That's a no. No, that's an 8, sorry. That's a failure.
That's still a fail, yeah.
How much damage?
Ooh, 16. Nice.
Solid, solid. They sort of grab their head. What does your dissonant whisper look like? Is there like a magical effect visible, or is it all sort of...
From his perspective, like, the shadows around my eyes just kind of, like, darken. And he gets that, like, fear in his soul. Because he must immediately use his reaction to move as far away from me as possible.
10, 15, 30. It's... Demons! Demons, run! Anything else?
And I just look at Hakim and say, don't feel like you have to hold back, and give him a bardic inspiration,
Oh, nice.
which is a d6.
Perfect.
Go ahead and click that bardic thing, then I can give it to it. It's on your features. Perfect.
Oh, it makes a fancy noise.
It
And
does.
and a cool effect. Yeah, that was cool.
There was an effect? I didn't see the effect.
Yeah, no, there was an effect.
There was a little sign and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I heard
It
the
was
sound,
like
I didn't see an effect though. I
it
also
was
wasn't
like
looking at the screen.
it was
Woody,
like
do you
a
wanna switch
glowy
the scene?
green sigil swirling thing. It was cool.
Oh, yeah. My bad, sorry.
It's all good. It's a small fight, you know? Is there anything else, Derek?
Just for me to do this.
Much appreciated. You see Arian from outside, if you can see through her through the window, she says, "Oh hell no, you're not having fun without me." She is going to... Would she try and break through the window?
Shoot out the window with your arrows.
The window
She
is
just-
open conveniently.
Perfect.
She just mounts up and just rides
She-
through the window.
Yeah, don't tempt me. She kicks open the window and just starts aiming through because she's got some nice little protection. Yeah, she's gonna go for the scout captain. That's clearly looking to engage from a distance. She's gonna go for step bow attack. Now, I am not the most familiar with her. Pretty sure she has two attacks. No, she doesn't. She's gonna action search. She's gonna try again. Attack. She can do extra damage with her Mask of Terror. Let's go for emotional damage. With another 2 psychic damage. And that's her turn. Fenrir.
Okay. Alright, so first off, I'm going to use my bonus action to use innate sorcery, which gives me advantage on my spell attacks and a +1 to my spell DCs.
Does it also make you roll the wild magic search table?
No, this is just a sorcerer thing.
Gotcha.
I'd have to cast a spell, or no, I'd have to use
Cast
Tides
a
of
level
Chaos
spell.
and then cast a spell, and then that would
Gotcha.
trigger it. Or if I cast a leveled spell, then it has a chance to happen as well.
Gotcha. Just double checking.
But yeah, first off, I'm going to bonus action innate sorcery, and then I will. Yeah, let's not do that one yet. I'm going to target the guard captain because he's over here trying to beat up my peoples. And as I stand behind Derek, using him as a human shield, send forth a
He does make a good
sorceress
shield.
first. And as I'm doing this, I'm going to pull out that slingshot that I bought, and I'm going to
Mhm.
pretend to load it with
That's genius.
with the magical coin, so that I can
Uh-huh.
send it off.
All right. Okay. I appreciate that. So I was about to take notes. Not the good kind. 19. Who are you aiming for?
The guard captain.
captain. That hits.
Damage. 1.
Well, it all adds up. You sort of
I really
clink
wish
right
I-
off his helmet.
I really wish I had that agonizing blast that I could put onto a spell.
We'll get to it. Anything else you want to
No, that's it. Other than that, I'm just gonna stay behind Derek.
Alright, my thoughtful and cynical step warriors are going to get into the fray, and they're gonna go after the raging Nicomund.
I'm gonna use luck, make you roll a disadvantage.
Alright. Disadvantage. That's a 10, that misses. Good attack again. Still a disadvantage?
No, just the once.
Well, I think. Better go. Hello? $13. Oh, that misses too. Well, Mr. Lucky, both of his hits whiff against you as he pulls out his scimitar and tries to slash right at your chest. But it hits right up against your warhammer. Cynical Step Warrior is gonna go for some ranged options. He's gonna go up here, hop up onto the stage, and he's gonna go aim for Rick. Why not? He goes with his bow, shot. That misses. We can do for now. Guard Capitan is focused on. He's gonna go with Warhammer twice. That misses. That also misses. Both of them whiff. How do you dodge, King?
Ooh.
Both of his attacks kind of aim for your legs this time around. He's trying to get you to stay put, but trying to knock out your knees.
So the first one, I'm going to just lift my leg like I was going to check a leg kick. And then as he swings the hammer back around, I just pull the other leg up, and it almost doesn't even look like I jump, but both my feet are in the air for a second.
Interesting. And the guard captain just sort of growls again in anger. He's just sort of spit flying everywhere. He's kind of losing his cool just a little bit. It's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna make a unarmed strike. So this time I'm trying to like kick him right up underneath the floating rib.
Okay.
Oh wait, that's the bonus action. Whatever, same thing. No, it's not the same thing, because the damage is different. Hang on. I'll add my bardic inspiration to that.
Okay. Literally anything above a 2, above 3. Go ahead and roll your d6.
I don't have the ability that you get to keep it yet. Sorry.
You hit him, and it kind of gets absorbed into his padding. He's wearing a little bit of the padded gambeson under his leather armor, so it kind of gets absorbed into that.
I just need to read if this takes me a... No, I can just make one as a bonus attack. We will do one bonus action unarmed strike. That hits.
That hits.
I'm going to
For
spend a focus point
Uh-huh.
to do Hand of Harm.
Uh-huh.
So I'll roll this damage, and then I stack on top of that this damage.
Extra necrotic damage. He's looking pretty bloody.
So as the roundhouse kick kind of barely lands, I'm going to jump and do a turning side kick straight into the center of his chest. And as it kind of hits that solar plexus, there's just like, you don't see it, but it's like he's hitting a pressure point, and it just knocks the fucking wind out of him.
That it does. He sort of takes a couple steps back, and he's sort of trying to hold on to his weapon to clearly take a minute to catch his breath. And
Now, just
yes.
out of curiosity, since we know that Zach's brought his martial arts background into this, how many of you want to see him do that in real life?
Me. Do it.
I am not doing that right now. There is not enough space.
No,
in my
not
way.
here, but video or it didn't happen.
Okay.
You know what?
Right.
I could try. I could try. Bet.
I could do it, just not. I wouldn't be able to kick very high in my current shape, but I could pull that off.
Nico.
Nicomund's gonna jump down in front of Derek, and he's gonna kind of do a tornado spin with his maul, try and take out the legs of this thoughtful step warrior.
How thoughtful of you.
Well, he's not being very thoughtful.
You're being quite thoughty, actually.
Damage, normal damage. 14 damage, and then I'm also going to do topple. So he's going to make a
Con save.
yes. 14 DC 14 con save. Otherwise he goes prone.
That's a 4. So
I spin, take out his legs, he falls to the ground, and Nicomund just grabs his belly and laughs. He's having a blast in this coffee house brawl. And that's his turn.
Well, the scout captain seeing you take out his friend, is going to aim his bow at you, Mr. Nicomund.
I'm going to use another luck to make you roll at disadvantage.
Right. $15 still hits, I think.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, shouldn't get the situational damage, so it should be just 9. Because
Okay.
it doesn't sneak attack. And yeah. He's gonna strafe around a little bit, actually, try and get out of range of Arian's arrows, hiding behind the toilet. Resentful Step Warrior. He's going to try to head outside and take a shot at Arun from the outside. They're kind of engaged in their own little thing. Misses. That's him. Derek is you. Don't resent me, Step Warrior. Too late. Too late.
I will look at the guard captain. And I will mock him viciously.
Oh boy. This guy's not having a good day. Okay, don't add salt to the wound. That's exactly a 14. Let me show. Exactly a 14. He has got no modifiers.
So he takes nothing.
You see, he just sort of anything that you hear, he just sort of shakes off and he kind of squares up with Hakim. Anything else?
Hakim, drop him faster. Bardic inspiration.
Now watch the effect this time.
Oh.
Nope, didn't show up on my end.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's
shows
your
up on
performance.
both you and me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, it brings up like an instrument over you, and then it brings up a green sigil thing over your target.
Well, I'll look at it on
Yes,
the
you'll
stream.
just have to watch the replay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Aryuna's gonna turn her attention to the person outside. They're gonna have their own little battle. Shoot, shoot. One arrow at a time. Six plus terror. Alright, Fenric.
Okay. Yep, I am still using Derek as a shield. And I don't think I'm going to get anything too fancy on this one. Nope, I'm just going to keep firing away with my slingshot.
Alrighty. This guy's looking badly injured. This one's looking injured. And the scout captain's still okay.
Yeah, I'm still targeting the guard captain because he seems to be the most annoying of the lot right now. Advantage with
Yep, that
a
hits.
dirty 20, and just for giggles, we'll make this lightning damage. Maybe lightning will give me a better roll. 4.
Hey! That's good.
So as this coin flies through the air, and when it makes contact with his metallic armor, there's like a spark that flies off of it, and then it
Static
zaps
shock.
the guy.
His hair starts to start standing up. Now he's having a bad hair day on top of him.
And I
Anything
think
else you got for
that'll,
me, buddy?
yeah, I think that'll be it. I don't think I have anything from bonus action this time.
Okie dokie. Thoughtful Step Warrior is lying down. He's gonna try and get up, spending half his movement. And then he's trying to go for Nicomund, who knocked the legs right off of the guy. Because quite frankly, for an invading army, it's embarrassing. Nope, that misses. Another. Ooh. Ooh, that was a natural 20.
I would like to silver barbs.
Okay. So I have to reroll, right? The 20?
It's a disadvantage.
Would a 17 hit you, Nick?
Still hits, yeah.
It's better than a crit.
Just regular damage. Just regular damage.
And I'll give advantage to Hakim. Wait, no, he's already got Bardic Inspiration. I'll give it to Nicomund.
Okay, Nicomund, you take 9 damage. And you get advantage on your next turn. That's all for this guy. Cynical Step Warrior. Just gonna keep trying to aim for Fenric with the bow. Attack. And he hits with a 12.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot to do mage armor. That's the thing.
Oopsie.
Yep.
That's 8 damage. He sticks you with an arrow. Guard Captain. It's gonna go for Hakim.
That is crazy.
19
That hits.
for 14 damage.
I'm going to reduce the damage with my reaction.
Deflect attack. Okay.
I reduce it by 16 damage.
Damn!
Nice.
So he's about to get purchased. What do you do?
This time, as he goes to swing his hammer, I just step in and catch his arm up underneath by his armpit, so he doesn't have the leverage to swing it.
He's just gonna try and hit you with the butt end of the hammer again. With his second attack. Now this is Hakim.
All right, my turn. I am going to unarmed strike. And I'm gonna try to... no, I'm just gonna try to knee him in the gut. Well, that doesn't work, so we will bonus action Flurry of Blows.
Mhm.
Where's my button? Where you at?
Oh, my goodness. No, it was almost 19. Alright. You've
I-
described some very cool, so I will give you DM's inspiration to use as you wish, because we appreciate really cool move describing. Do more, do more.
Oh, I still have one more attack from my Flurry of Blows. So
Yep.
I'm going to save the inspiration for now.
Yeah. Nice,
Alright.
that hits with a 24.
So this time I'm just going to bring my elbow right across his chin, and I'm going to try to make this non-lethal damage. So I'm just
Okay.
trying to knock him out cold. I'm not trying to kill him.
Gotcha. You're really committed to the bit, huh?
Hmm.
5 damage. You see, he sort of takes it and his nose starts bleeding. He's like, "The fight's pretty good for a foreigner."
I actually fought most of my life here.
All right, Nicomund's gonna fake a clockwise tornado spin with his maul, and he's gonna go counterclockwise on the spin to try and take out his legs again.
Alrighty.
And
Remember, you have inspiration if you ever want to use it.
oh, I know, I haven't needed it yet.
Gotcha.
That's a 1. I'm gonna use my inspiration, and I'm gonna re-roll.
It's because you jinxed it.
I haven't
That
needed
hits.
it yet until now.
I was
So
predicting
7.
the future, guys. Yeah, 17 definitely hits.
10 damage. And then I'm gonna try and take out his legs again. DC 14 con save.
Oh no. He's not looking good. Con save. That's a 10.
10. So he's prone.
And just goes the weasel once again.
And then I am gonna take Nicomund's gonna take his hand and he's gonna kind of stretch his back like this. But he's gonna try and sneak in a magic hand to heal himself. Like
Just
behind his
cracks
back. Yep.
There's a mat somewhere here that's like, damn, I wish I could do that. Broken back mat, you know, that's what we call it. Healing light.
So he heals
That's
back 10.
healing.
Nice.
Yep. You heal the step warrior, my buddy.
Oh, darn it.
It's
well.
okay. I'll apply it to you.
And that's Nicomund's turn.
Gotcha. Scout Capitan. He's sort of looking. The tide's turning a little bit. He's gonna take the chance to slip away. He's the guy that started this whole thing, and you know, it's not going his way. Who's gonna take his chances? He's a little shit like that. Let's see. He's gonna try and make a break for it. Gets far. Gets 60 feet. Right at the edge of the map. Resentful Step Warrior is in a battle with Aryun. 1 versus 1. That misses. Damn. Derek.
I will attempt the mockery again.
Alright. This guy's looking real bad. I will tell you that. The guy on the floor, he's like, okay, that's enough.
Oh, does he say that's enough?
Yeah. He's like, alright, you're proving your point. I'm out. I'm out.
No, I'll go for the
Okay.
captain still.
Okay. That guy refuses to give up. Oh, I have to roll save.
Yeah, you do.
That's a 6. Roll damage.
That is also a 6.
Nice. What do you say to give this guy the mocking?
Hakim, what did you call yourself? The Slavic sword?
A Slavic sword.
You came and picked a fight with the great Slavic sword. You're gonna find out why that was a terrible idea. Because now he has disadvantage on his next attack.
Oh god, the alliteration, it's lethal. Alright. Aryan's gonna use half her movement to match your route, and then just fucking go at this step lady. Versatile step in. Because she can. No, she can't. Gosh darn it. Luckily, Asu decides to help out with a little hand crossbow action because, of course, she has a hand. No, it's 2 versus 1. Nope, that feels so. God damn it, women. You're letting me down today. Fenric.
Considering how well you rolled last week, how you're rolling this week, I feel much better.
Yeah.
It all balances out, you know?
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep going after the guard captain. Because he is.
He deserves bullying.
Uh-huh.
He said some mean things.
Advantage. With a 22.
Yeah.
And
Go for it. He is courting death.
we'll go for fire this time and see what it does.
You found his vulnerability.
There's a 5. It's better than I've been doing so far.
Yeah.
So as I load it and sling it, it's kind of like it's almost melting as it's flying through the air because of how hot the coin is.
Mm-hmm. You sort of strike him and he gets like a little pockmark burn on his cheek.
And
Anything
then
else?
I'd like to duck underneath the table
Alright.
so I can try to hopefully get some cover away from the annoying person who shot me with an arrow.
Gotcha. Anything else? Or that's it?
And that'll do it.
Okay, Thoughtful Step Warrior is bowing out graceful. Like, I'm done. I'm good. Let's call it night. Cynical Step Warrior, on the other hand, where... Oh, that one. This guy's doing just fine. Let's roll him a little wisdom save to see how he's playing. A 10. He knows better. He's gonna say, we never get to do a proper battle anymore. He puts his bow away. Fine. And he goes to drag his back out of the way. You win this time. It was good battle. Guard Captain. Mr. Guard Captain. He's frothing at the mouth. He's going for the Warhammer. Attack. Nope. That misses anger.
I'm doing it, guys. I'm doing it. I'm monking.
Wax on, wax
Second one's a
off.
10. That misses 2. The guy is just swinging wide, left and right, just literally frothing at the mouth as he's bleeding out from his nostrils. Hakim.
I told you. I showed you without even drawing my sword. And I will unarmed strike.
20 hits.
Non-lethal.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna roundhouse kick, back leg straight to the side of his temple and just try to turn the lights off.
Single digits. He's in the single digits.
I maxed out the damage die.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah, just
Non-lethally.
like pops back and throws a back leg kick. Instep hits straight to the side of the temple and the eyes just close. And I'll catch him before he hits his head as he falls.
Guys, there's K-dramas that are not half as romantic as this. God damn. Okay. He just sort of goes flip instantly. That's it for him. Anything else?
I'll just set him down gently. And these two look like they're leaving, right? They've both said they're done. I don't see anybody else that seems to be a threat inside, so kind of wait to see what happens here.
Right.
Nico.
Nicomund is going to reach down, grab the thoughtful step warrior, stand him up, and in the process, he's going to hit him for one thing of healing light.
Oh, like just one? Or heal him?
I only have one left. I used 3 on me because I was getting low. So this guy, I stand him up and I try and I kind of use my magic hand as I'm standing him up. So hopefully he doesn't notice. And then I
accepts your help. He's like, you are a good sort.
and then I yell out, "Aha!" and then I run for the door. And since that was a bonus action, I get there.
He was always
And
a
I get
thoughtful
there.
step warrior.
And using my action to dash, and that's as far as I can get. That's my turn.
Scout's Capitan has run away. He has fully removed himself from the situation, embarrassed for the rest of his life. Resentful step warrior, time for your wisdom saving throw. At disadvantage because she is wearing a mask of terror. That's a natural 1. Well, her bow is gonna break right at that moment, and she's gonna look at it, curse to her gods, and say, "I need a drink," and sort of the other guy. Jerk. I don't think there's anybody left, really, unless you want to really vengefully commit murder.
Way to phrase it.
No heads to explode.
We have plenty heads, just a matter of how you're gonna do it.
He's gonna mock him and then his head's gonna explode. At least this time there won't be a magic laser pointer.
No, I'll walk over, just kind of like brush up against Hakim's shoulder and look down at the captain. Say, "Get up, he didn't hit you that hard," and I'll cast Healing Word on him.
Right. How much does he heal by? Damn. It's now at a solid 10. He sort of comes to, he sort of wipes blood off, and he's like, "Did I pass out? Oh, I'm never gonna live this down."
Not so much you passed out as you were forcefully removed from your consciousness. Now, I would suggest that you leave before I say something truly unkind about you.
Alright, you made your point.
His
They're standing up all over the place.
He's got
He's
blood
got
coming
two.
out of his face. He's just not having a great time.
And Arian just sort of pops her head in. "What did you guys do? I left you alone for 2 minutes to feed Shirun." And at that, we're gonna end combat because you managed not to kill anybody. You managed not to get exposed so far, and looks like you might have even got some inroads with. So I'd say, well, the tavern sort of starts to come back to life. You see some people start ducking out from underneath the table, and they sort of look around and say, good fight," and they sort of pat you on the back.
Do the
Seher
step warriors leave?
Some of them just sort of wipe their noses, get back to the table, and grab another cup of tea.
Fenric will crawl out from underneath the table, look around, see the cynical warrior, and then give him a pointed look as I walk over with the arrows still embedded in me.
Battle scars are good, little man.
Battle scars are good indeed. Yes. The
You are
problem
good
here.
with that sling.
I appreciate that. The problem here, I look pointedly down at the arrow still there, is this needs to come out, and I believe you can help with this.
All right.
I'll walk over and say, no, I got it. I do this many times. Here, bite down on this. And I shove a piece of my robe in your mouth, and then I just yank the arrow straight back.
That robe does not taste good. It is musky.
And as I yank it straight back, I'll also do a hand of healing,
Okay.
which I gotta
Thank
get
you.
back
I
to.
appreciate that.
Where are you? You're over here.
Nicomund will walk up to the thoughtful step warrior and introduce himself. You go, my friend, my name is Nicomund. I swing the hammer.
You swing the hammer rather good. I like you. Like you. Oh, give me a second to
What's
load it.
to make up a name?
I let the machine do the thinking. I don't want to be too bad at it.
His name
You
is
can call
Steven.
me. No. I refuse.
It's going to happen.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Never.
Chris? Corey. He looks like a Corey.
Stephonius Maximus.
His name is Dolgar. I am Dolgar. Pleasure to meet you,
Dolgar,
warrior.
it's great to meet you. Here, you can. I'll buy you one of these, and I'll turn to Fenric and go coffees.
Ah,
And I'll
I will be
I'll get
honest. I kind of more like the stronger stuff, you know?
Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm in here against my will, I guess you could say.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Never really wanted to get involved in a war, but you know, when the chief asks you, you sort of can't say no.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
What happens if you do say no?
You get your head chopped off, usually, or exiled, depending if they're feeling nice. Or sometimes, if you're important, there's other ways. But I am not that important.
I'll head over to the counter and I'll get one coffee with a little bit extra in it, and then one kind of milk with just a splash of coffee in it.
He kind of winks, and Faisal passes you the 2 drinks, and he says, "We'll get you used to the strong stuff, today, my boy. Just you eat. Put some hair on your chest."
I bring back the coffee for Dolgar.
And everybody just sort of sits around, has a little coffee, puts a little bit of cold water on some of their brew, wipes down, sort of start talking. And Shirun sort of sticks her head through the window, occasionally just checking, snuffling a little bit, and Asu and Aryun kind of playing with your puppy, and kind of chill as you approach sort of mid-afternoon. It's kind of everybody's got that tea in you, and you're just kind of chilling to the afternoon. And I think that's where we'll end for today. What sort of shenanigans we get up to next time? Cliffhanger for you today. I give you peace. Because I'm feeling genuine. But I hope you guys had fun playing, and I hope the rest of you had fun watching. That's all I got for you. Thanks.
No, I always enjoy it. I thought it was cool.
I liked what you did with the little slingshot. I didn't realize what. But that's smart. That's smart.
Yeah, that way I can attack things without being entirely obvious about it.
Mm-hmm. That's true. See
Yeah,
how
so
long that lasts. But it is smart. Kudos. Kudos.
I appreciate that. Little things. I'm trying to get there.
All right.
It's Azrael's bedtime.
make sure to follow us on Twitch and YouTube. Join our Discord, say hi, and we are going to be reading somebody. Let's do Natural One Productions. It's like they're playing D&D with some friends. Until we see you guys next time, which will be Tuesday for Amber's new game, When Nine Lights
Oh,
Rise.
session 0.
Yep.
Yes, session 0. Make sure you tune in.
It will be I'm very excited for it.
Me
I mean,
too.
I'm excited. I enjoy all of the campaigns, and I enjoy playing with Amber. I'm excited to see how she DMs, and yeah, I'm really, just like I said, I'm really excited for the world and getting into it.
All right.
Crystals. All the crystals.
Mhm.
Good night, everybody.
Make sure you give Natural One Productions a follow when we get there. Love you all. Till next time.
Bye-bye.
All you want is chaos.